Now, these are yam we planted recently in sack, and they are doing very great. But people that worked, it's always difficult for you to ask a man, convince a man who perhaps worked in the village in the past and say, come to the city and farm. It's always difficult because it's quite laborious. They wouldn't want to do that. But with this style, I tell you that farming becomes very, very easy. What you need is just sacks like this. Sacks like this, you can get them. They are not too expensive anyway, these sacks. And then they're not too expensive. You get the sack, and then you get soil. Incidentally, when we were even buying the soil, I discovered that I have rich soil here. In those days in my area, we used to have rich soil like these ones, very, very far in the bush. But this time around, it's not the case. This time around, we got it, just get about 3 trips. And this is about 3 trips. It's only the soil that is, money consuming or finance consuming with regards to this soil. But subsequently, we may not have to buy soil again. It's a question of putting manure in these ones, and then up you go. Even we won't buy seedling again, because there's a way you harvest it. This one will now later we get good seedling from each and every. It's the way we do it. So I was saying that if you farm in the village, we have a little bit of pepper here. We're still doing pepper here. You see, pepper is still coming up. That's the next stage. It's in the nursery stage. The pepper is in the nursery stage. I'm going to show you the nursery after this time around. I planted these ones to just experiment it and put it beside the yams. See that this one is growing beside the yam. I intend to bend it this way later. As it's growing, I'll direct it so that it goes this way. It goes like that so that it can have it fruits here. It won't disturb the yam. So the only thing that will be there is that it competes a little bit of with manure. But we added a little bit of manure so that it will go around. You can see this one is on its own. This yams, this plant, pepper, doing very great. See? The efforts we're making here. So I was saying that if you find the village in those days and they say come to the city, they say come and find, you don't want to find because it's quite laborious. But this time there's not much labor here. People should know there's not much labor here. See, what you do is to get the soil, get the sack, and off you go. Get the soil, get the sack. You get people to sack it for you if you can't, you don't have strength for that. And then off you go. And you bring a little more manure. Could be fowl droppings or cow dunks. Add a little bit to it. You're doing very great. So now, all those people that farm in the village in those days should know that all those efforts, going to clear the bush, very difficult. Going to till the soil, very difficult. Very preparing even the bush for the yams to come in, very difficult. All those ones are averted. They're going to putting it in the, and another thing you must note is that, like this crop now is concentrated. Why we can even have them packed like this? This particular crop is on its own. It's concentrating itself. Its nutrients is coming straight from this bag, so it's not competing in any way with other crops. So that's why you can get as much crops as possible. You put them together, they won't disturb each other because they are independent on their own, using their own nutrients within that confine of a particular sack. See, that is one. So in those days, it's difficult for you to come to the city, haven't farmed in the village, and say come to the city and farm. It's very difficult because it's quite laborious. But this time I'm telling you that there's no much labor involved. I'm telling you that just get the sack. People should be enlightened. Get the sack, and then get the soil, good soil. You plant, put them together. They won't disturb each other. They are growing in leaps and bounds. We should be able to drive hunger from the society. We should be able to drive hunger from Nigeria, and don't listen to these are leaders that are making life difficult for us. Just don't mind them. Don't even discuss their politics. Go on doing what you are doing, and you move on. See, there are yams growing very well in a very small space of land. We have over 500, sack of yam here, and we're expecting very great yield. The only problem we encountered here was the the staking material, the stick to stake them. But what we did was to, you can see now that, you can see on this particular stick, for instance, could be this particular stick could be housing or maybe accommodating about 3 yams. But it doesn't matter. What we do in that circumstance was to use rope to direct them. Let me show you what we did. Come here. What we did was to use rope to direct them to, you can see how we tie this rope to direct these yams. You can see now that, look at this particular one. To use rope to direct them from the ground here onto a greater, a bigger rope. We tie them around here. And then the advantage of that is that they'll be able to exercise themselves. Each and every year we'll be able to exercise, like this particular, we'll be able to exercise itself from ground here through the rope up till it finds the other rope and take it up. At least it has grown from that ground spot, that floor spot, onto this place, and join the other. So that will remove, obviate the need for you to have plenty stakes. Man, I tell you, the yams are doing very great. We are so impressed. We're so happy. As I said, this is like a pilot scheme, but what we are seeing here is great. You can give it a try. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Give it a try. See the yams. See the yams. Those ones growing up there, you must have to, yam is so that you organize them, direct them. We must have to bring them to order, they must not be growing in this form. No, it's not good like this. But we are going to bring them onto the main stake so that they can form a very big one. You can see these are yams. So as I was saying, now that if you farm in the village in those days, you may not want to farm in the city, but with this style, it becomes very, very easy, because I know farming in the village is so laborious, but this one has little or no labors, and with little space you could just do so much. Thank you. Let me continue this video from another one so that it doesn't become too long. Thank you.